Smut God, yo. Dwayne, what's happening? My boy Dice said park the car. Jeremy, my boy Javier, what's happening? Who else we got in here? What's good, y'all? What's happening? What's that? Chino? Is that how you say that? Chino? Humble and quiet, my G. How things on your end? Oh man, you know, on my way to goddamn go put in some hours on the clock. You feel me? That's what I'm doing right now. What's good, everybody? Hey, look. If you haven't done so already, please like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I'm finna get into some, just not too much, but a little bit of science. You know what I'm saying? Some good gospel. BL said, I love you. It's been a year. You helped me pass my piss test. Hey, I'm hoping that you getting money now, BL. There you go. That's what's up. And you know what's funny? I still got people to this day hitting me up about videos about the CERTO, how to pass the drug test. See, a lot of y'all may have discovered this channel through the how to quit smoking, but some of y'all discovered it through the whole drug test thing. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different reasons for why people have discovered this channel, man. But this channel is the most underrated channel, I'm telling you, man. The most underrated. But anyway, forget all that. I want to talk about just 3 reasons why I think some people might be struggling to really get their money right. And look, these are my 3 reasons. Now, if I had enough time, I could give probably 15 reasons. But I'm just going to focus on 3. And 3 of them, y'all done heard before, but I want to put it in context for the younger homies. Because, you know, sometimes you just need to hear things more than once, more than twice for you to really understand. I know I'm that way. You feel me? Anyways, though, the number 1 reason why a lot of y'all can't get your money right is because of you goddamn good gas smokers. You feel me? Now let me explain this. It's not that the gas is prohibiting you from working itself. But let me tell you what happens, right? A lot of these jobs, like this job that I'm going to now, in order for me to get this job, I had to do a hair test. So y'all see how I had them videos about CERTO? That was passing the piss test. I need to make a damn video of how to pass a hair test, because some jobs that pay a little bit more and, you know, say offer a little bit more benefits, they're gonna try to get around doing a piss test because they know that so many people can finesse doing the piss test. I had to do a hair test, right? And you know, I got dreads and everything. So them bugs are talking about, hey man, we need to cut off one of your dreads. I'm like, man, you sleep. You better get the hell out of here. So they went under my armpit and took care. But what I'm saying is, had I not passed that drug test, I wouldn't have been able to be working. How many of y'all done had to try to pass the damn drug test? Do you know how stressful that shit is when you know you've been smoking that good gas, and then you go in that goddamn clinic and you know what I'm saying, you hoping that nobody in the clinic can figure you out? Do you know how stressful that is? When you're trying to hold your piss and there's about 3 people ahead of you and you gotta keep running to the bathroom. Like, damn, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? You got a bottle of water with you, trying to drink the water and everything. Just think about that, bro. Think about all the preparation you had to go through in order to pass the drug test. Like, that's something that be on your mind all day, every day for those of us who had to do it. I'm just saying. You feel me? So, if you're going for a job, man, it's best to just clean your system. A lot of these jobs, even if you are, from what I'm discovering, even if you are living in a legal state, you still can't legally be high while you at work. So yeah, your state might say, yeah, you can smoke weed recreationally, but then when it comes time to apply for the job, they want you to take all kind of damn drug tests and shit. You feel me? Hey bro, if I send you some of my apparel, can you complete the review? Yo, Patrick, if you send me some of your apparel, yes sir, I definitely will, because I respect the hustle. Definitely. If you send me some of your shirts, whatever it is that you do, if you, and look, I'll shout you out, I'll show your shirt out here and everything, let everybody know, man, in case they want to hit you up. Devin, what's happening, bro? Devin Lees. That's a real one. Stay in the live streams. Respect. But like I was saying though, it's just the stress that comes from trying to pass a drug test to get a job is crazy. And not to mention if you on probation. Eddie, what's happening? If you on probation and you know you've been smoking and them mugs is piss testing you, that's even more stress than a damn drug test because now your freedom is in jeopardy. Like it's so many reasons to not do it, you feel me, that they're there. And then again, there's so many reasons to do it, all right? You feel me? But I would say that's one reason why a lot of homies can't really, because I remember when I was smoking all day, every day, right? 2 months a day sometimes 3. I would smoke wake up, I would smoke like midday, and I would smoke before I go to sleep. I remember being broke looking for jobs that I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna apply to this one because I ain't willing to quit smoking. You feel me? I'm not gonna even try that because I already know they ain't gonna let me in. I'm gonna fail the drug test. Now, I remember doing that. You feel me? I don't have to worry about that now. You know what I'm saying? So that's reason number one, man. That's reason number one why a lot of homies is having a hard time with that. Alex Davis says, Jack, I've been thinking about death a lot and the meaning of life. Do you fear the afterlife? Boy, that is a bro. What is you on? You must be high right now, my G. Scott Trosen, the boy do it, Jack. I've been watching for so long, man. Oh, respect, Scott. Hey, yo, Alex, go get some help, bruh. You thinking about death? You want some Tupac shit? Don't be thinking about death like that, man. Tupac used to always talk about death, and you know what I'm saying? Shit came and found him. You know what I mean? Straight up. I'm back on the clock listening to the knowledge. That's what's up, Ryan. That's what's up. Zach, what's happening, bro? My boy Smart God, I'm about to start a new job this week. I'm investigating my money. I guess he means investing my money into my online business. Dre Israel said, first time catching a live. Your words helped me to get on purpose. Hey, get on your purpose. That's what's up. You know, a lot of it, listen, bro, a lot of this is not just, I want to come on YouTube and just talk shit. I'm literally, bro, I hope that y'all know, bro, like, this is really authentic Jack, bro. You feel me? I might have to change my name from Do It Jack to Authentic Jack, bro. Cause, like, you feel me? I'm just saying, like, I really want folks to take the shit that I'm saying. And listen, I'm still learning at the same time, bro. So I want to make sure that I'm always making that clear. I'm still learning at the same time, you feel me? But whatever I get, whatever piece of nugget I get, I come back to the hood, bro. I'm telling you, that's what we missing. We missing a lot of people who can really put us on game. Like, and I always say this, you don't need a 60, 70-year-old person trying to mentor you. Why? Because at that age, a lot of times they're out of touch with the current flow of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, their experiences a lot of times is from how they grew up back in whatever year that was. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need somebody that's a little bit closer to your age to really give you some good game. You feel me? It's really useful. I apply plenty of things you said. That's what's up, Devin. That's what's up, man. So let me go ahead and keep spitting, right? So that's number one. Now, number two, I'll say the second reason why a lot of y'all might be struggling to really get some bread in your pocket is because you indulge in too much of your guilty pleasures. Now, of course, you can say that's weed, but not just that. You can talk about pornography, which is huge with young homies. You know what's crazy? I mean, everybody don't watch pornography, right? But I done read an article, I think it was last week, that says that the younger homies, like in high school and early college, are watching pornography at astronomical rates, unlike seen, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unseen before, you feel me? So basically, we got more people watching porn now than ever before, and at a higher rate, meaning we're not just watching porn, you know what I'm saying, like once every couple of days. It's like more people are watching porn every day. More people are watching it multiple times a day. And it goes both ways, right? You can watch a lot of porn if you ain't got no hustle. And then again, you ain't got no hustle because you might be spending too much time, you know what I'm saying, whacking your sack. You feel me? Let your sack go, man. God damn. My boy said, Gabriel said, keep your mind clean and organized. There you go. Now, I'm gonna tell you, man, I think porn can be addictive. I've heard people say they've been addicted to porn. I don't I mean, I think it's possible. You feel me? I was viewing saying ain't nobody got time for that. Straight up, bro. Straight up. Look, some people can stop porn if they just get with somebody. Get, you know what I'm saying, get a female. You know what I'm saying? Females don't masturbate as much as dudes. You know, we have a higher sexual, I think we have higher sexual drive than females. So porn is mostly based towards dudes. You feel me? The biggest consumers of porn are young men. You get what I'm saying? So if you on your grind, it's hard. Like, I work a 12-hour shift. That's 12 hours that I don't have to sit and watch porn. You know what I'm saying? That's 12 hours I don't have to sit and smoke a whole blunt. You feel me? That's 12 hours I don't have to just be out, you know what I'm saying, fucking my money off. You feel me? So you have to find time to do things that are constructive, man. Curtis, that's right. You gotta chase the bag, bro. Listen, the bag is the great equalizer in this whole thing. You feel me? It's the great equalizer. Let me tell you something, right? I'm a filmmaker, and I think I'm nicer than a lot of dudes who make films. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting better. I'm not where I want to be. You feel me? I got some things to learn. But guess what? That don't matter. The dude who I'm better than, if he got a bag and he can throw it to somebody who know what they doing, he just leaped over me. You feel me? He equalized it. Even though I might have put in more work, I might be more skillful to him. If he has a bag, he can give it to the right people to where he can create a product that's better than mine, blowing mine out the water. You get what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I'm trying to tell you, as young homies, bro, you need to focus not just on money. And I've said this before, don't just focus on building up your bank account. Focus on investing. So you got to graduate from that mentality. First, you focus on getting money. That's the first thing, right? Then once you get money, you start investing your money. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Grind, get money, invest that money. Now, listen, investing is a long-term game. You feel me? It's a marathon. Like I tell a lot of y'all, some of y'all might be too young to really have investment accounts, which is fine. What you can do is, there's no excuse. You can have moms open up an account for you, and then when you turn 18, you can have all of those funds transferred over into your account. There's no excuse, bro. I don't give a damn if you're 14 years old, if you're 15 years old. You can get your investment game going. You don't have to wait until you're 18, bro. I got this dude that I used to work with, I would say probably about a year ago. I was his supervisor, right, at my old job. This dude said by the time he turned 18, he had like 50,000 in the bank. I said, "Doc, how'd you get 50,000 in the bank?" He said, "Oh man, from stocks and investments and stuff." I said, "Yeah, but you just turned 18, so how'd you get 50,000?" "Oh, my mom and them, they opened up an account for me when I was 7 years old." Damn, 7 years old. You feel me? So a lot of it does have to do with your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us might have parents who are a little bit well off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there are the playing field isn't always level. But if you are a young homie, you can go and tell your pops and tell moms, like, "Hey, listen, I'm under 18. Can you do this for me? And then when I turn 18, you can switch it over, whatever." They do it all the time. People do it all the time, man. You feel me? But back to your guilty pleasures, man. Try to find something else. Listen, most people can't just completely quit their guilty pleasures. Maybe every once in a while you'll find somebody who can completely cut something off, right? Like me, my guilty people who just completely cut it off. Like, nah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Most folks can't do that. So if you don't have the discipline to really do that, then what you got to do is just start step by step, just slowing down, man, trying to find alternatives. The problem is sometimes when you have a bad day or when something goes wrong, you go back to what you know to make you feel happy. You know what I'm saying? That's what fat mugs do. You know, a lot of dudes who belly be sitting in their lap and all that, it's because sometimes when they have a bad day, they just go and eat because eating makes them feel better. You feel me? So you got to lay off of your guilty pleasures a little bit, man. I don't care what it is, man. You feel me? Y'all know me. Another one of my guilty pleasures is Wendy's 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? I be fucking them goddamn nuggets up. Damn, they be kicking my ass. But you know, I'm trying to get better, man. OTF, what's happening, bruh? Where the hood at? There you go. He said, hold on. It says, okay, yeah. good at, man. Viewing says, learn a trade while you're young. Welding, oil fields, work on oil fields. That's right. Hold on, she's spitting. Hold on, she's spitting. Welding doesn't offer that much, though, as oil field work. Okay. There you go. So look, viewing just said that you can get into welding or like oil field work. Now, I've never even thought about no oil field work, so viewing just said something that's very valuable right there. I'll tell you something else. I gotta say 4 reasons now. Another reason why you might not be getting bread is because you're spending too much time in college, bro. And I know this sounds very, very counterintuitive, but let me say what I mean. Let me break it down, you know what I'm saying, before somebody start hollering something crazy at the kid. When you spending so much time on your books not knowing what you want to do, think about that, right? How many times have you heard me say so many of us is lost in college, right? When we get to college. Some of us may not be there yet, but when we get to college, so many of us are lost in college. And the whole damn time we could have been in college making no money, spending money, we could have been in somebody's trade program getting $15 an hour to train to become a welder, to become the electrician. You feel me? Some of us, bro, we fell in classes and still trying to retake classes, taking us 12 years to get a 4-year degree. If I went back to school and finished my degree, which I'm thinking about doing, by the time I'm done, it'll damn near be about 11 years for me to get a 4-year degree. It took me 4 years to get a 2-year degree. God damn. You feel me? I was smoking hella gas, though. If I wasn't smoking gas, I would have been in and out of that thing. Man, I remember trying to study for a damn math test. You know, I can only study for about a good 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm gonna go in the back and roll up. I'll roll up and try to come back and study. Or about 15, 20 minutes later, I'm going to sleep. Wake up onto the test the next morning and just leaving early from class. You know what I'm saying? You know how I don't know if any of y'all have experiences, right? It's always the dude who finished the test first supposed to be the smart dude, right? You know how you be taking the test? Like, damn, done already? Like, I was always the first one, motherfucker. I ain't studying, and I don't know nothing on this test. I'm finna waste my time. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how crazy I was, bro. I would damn not study for a test, right? Go take the test, didn't know shit on the test, leave early and go smoke. That's the type of stuff I used to do, bro. You feel me? That's crazy, bro. And some of y'all do that. And then instead of me trying to go, you know, I used to leave class when I didn't know nothing on the test. And then when the teacher, the next class or two, whatever, when they used to pass out the papers, I didn't even open the shit up. I already know what's up, man. What's up? You feel me? Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to study while baked. Yeah, there you go. You get your work done, then you can roll up. You can do all that. OTS, I should do a function with the fans. You know, I might do that, bro. I might do that. We got to get to about 75,000 subscribers or somewhere around there. It's going to take a while. But it's all good, though. My boy, that dude said, yo, I'm not broke as fuck, but I'm 19, not making enough money. That's another thing, bro. I mean, at what age do you really start making real money? Now, there are people out here who, when they turn about 18, 19, they get them a good job. Maybe they dad, maybe they auntie or somebody put them on to a really decent job and they can make a decent wage. But at 18, 19, you're probably not going to get the type of job that you want. A lot of people, I'm going to tell you, it's some of y'all who 18, 19, 20, 21 who are actually very mature, who actually can go on a job and really contribute. But at that age, too many of the older folks look at you it's like disrespect. They're like, nah, we not gonna give you that. You're too immature. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times is you have to wait. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying, start from the bottom and work your way up. That's if you're not going to college. Now, getting out of college, you could be 22, 23 years old and get a decent job. You know what I mean? I've been making decent money, what I call a decent, let me say this, and this is my definition, and you don't have to make this your definition. Decent money, like okay money, is about $35,000 a year. Now, you're still broke. Don't get me wrong. You still gonna be broke, probably making about $35,000 a year. There's levels to how broke you are. You feel me? You got broke, you got broke, then you got broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different levels to your brokenness, your brokeability. You feel me? Miles Morty's 19 looking for a job. There you go. Alex Davis says, is Atlanta expensive to live in? About to relocate after I have at least 15K saved up. Hey, listen, bro, if you save up 15K and move to Atlanta, you'll get you, well, let me not say that. If you have 15K and move to Atlanta, you can get a nice spot, but I wouldn't recommend you move to Atlanta if you got 15K. I would recommend you move to Atlanta, get a job, get an income with the 15K, then you'll be good. Because look, the whole idea, and this is where sometimes I used to go wrong, right? You don't just want to save up money just to spend it. You want to save up money to keep building. You feel me? So you still want to be able to pay all your bills, and then only if super necessary do you go to the vault, pull out a few hundred to supplement what it is that you need to pay for. You feel me? Miles Morty said, college is not for me. I barely passed in high school. And look, just because you barely passed in high school, that don't mean that you stupid, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean you stupid. You could have just been disinterested. Think about how many things, bro, that you really did good. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that you might have excelled at, something that you're really interested in. Like, let's say, like for me, right? I wasn't a great student, but I could do math. You know what I'm saying? And I could do economics. Those two subjects are something that I'm very interested in. Economics, I was like the top student in the class. But then you put me in biology, you put me in anthropology, geology, I'm like one of the worst damn students at the school. They'd be like, yo, how the hell did you get in here? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the subject matter. I invested money a few months ago. Basically, the good thing about the contract is they pay you out of a good amount of interest rate per month, and you can take out your money without penalty. All right, something you want talking something about contracts. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, man, I'm in college as well. Just not sure what I really want to do with life, but I know it's probably going to require a degree. Right. There you go. Well, that dude, I would just say get to it as soon as you possibly can. Try to find out what it is that you want to do. You feel me? I'm still on reason number 2, right? What I say we spending too much time in college and we disrespecting trade schools. Everybody doesn't have to go to college, bro. You feel me? You're gonna spend a lot of money if you did like I did. I was working full time and trying to go to school. That's why it took me 4 years to get a 2-year degree, because I'm paying out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? The money I would get from working, I'm working full time to pay for school tuition. And it just got to a point where it's like, bruh, I'm really straight. You know, after I got that 2-year degree, I went to, you know what I'm saying, finish whatever, but it was just a little bit too much for me. Even though I could have did it, I just didn't want to do it. You feel me? So y'all don't disrespect, don't look down on trade school. I'm gonna tell you right now, the job I'm working at right now, the people who make the most money, some of the people who make the most money has a trade. Welders, you know what I'm saying? Electricians, mechanics and stuff like that. Working on the machines or whatever. You're doing maintenance work on you know what I'm saying, technology. Now, a lot of it has to do with finding your passion at the same time. Now, I'm not saying that welding has to be your passion. I'm not saying electrician has to be your passion. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That does not have to be your craft. But that's something that you use. You use it as a tool en route, you feel me, to your craft. Dream Chaser 125 says starting trade school next month. What do you say? It costs 5 bands for 2 years. That's it? 5 bands for 2 years? Building automation systems. Siemens, I think that's Siemens corporations will have a guaranteed job for me. See, once he's done, he'll be making about 50K a year. Bruh, if he's spending, you know how much like you spend a semester to go to University of West Georgia, to go to Georgia State University, and to go to Kennesaw State University? I used to spend anywhere from about $3,000 to about $4,000 a semester. You feel me? You got 2 semesters in a year. And like I said, I was in school for how many years? I probably I probably spent over about $15,000 trying to get that degree. That's how much my 2-year degree was worth. My man just said he finna spend $5,000 for 2 years. So basically think of it this way. He invested $5,000 and he's gonna get a $50,000 back. You feel me? Think about that, right? That means he's gonna be like 100x. If I'm not mistaken, is that 100x? 5,000? No, it's like 10x, right? So his investment return is gonna be a 10x. Think about that, bro. Anyone go to trade schools in NYC? It's raining like hell right now. I hope y'all don't hear that rain hitting the windshield because it's coming down right now. I hope y'all can still hear me spit. Matter of fact, yeah, I was on the way to work yesterday, and I wasn't even supposed to work. I'm just doing overtime. Caught a flat tire in the rain and had to change the damn tire. I was mad as hell. All right, well, look, let me move on, right? Let me move on. Number three reason why you might not be getting the type of money you want is because you just don't have that mindset. You don't have that grind. You don't have that work ethic. In order to make things happen, man, you have to have a degree of work ethic. You have to have a degree of assertiveness and initiative. You get what I'm saying? I always say to young homies, look, bro, you start with a square job while you find your craft. If you don't have a craft, get a job until you find it, and then you can start working on your craft. But a lot of people, they're not getting jobs because they don't want to spend the time to go look for one. And a lot of times you ain't even gotta go nowhere. You can get your damn cell phone, to get your laptop, start typing on Google. You feel me? Start somewhere where they paying about $10 or $12 an hour. Listen, slow money is better than no money. He said you got a trademark and copyright because you opened a new lane on YouTube and I see people trying to copy you. Bro, I ain't worried about it, bro. I ain't worried about nobody. Let me tell you something about that, right? Let me spit something real for my young homies. Don't ever worry about a nigga trying to copy you, man. You feel me? You could get somebody the same recipe, but they still won't be able to get the same sauce. You feel me? You can even give them instructions on how to do it. But ultimately, they don't have what you have, which is you. You feel me? So somebody could try to copy me, but they won't be able to get the same, you feel me? They won't be able to spit the same way I spit. Because they ain't gonna be able to create that same, you feel me, that same sauce, bro. So give them the recipe, they won't get the same sauce, straight up. You feel me? Hey, look, I really like how y'all helping each other out, man. Really like that, bro. Y'all keep doing it. My boy said I got 9 million. Okay, I don't know that sign, bro. What sign is that? What country is that from, Sugar Ray Robinson? How much is, you know, we in America, we go off of dollars. I don't know how much that is in dollars. But if you got a lump sum of money, let me tell you where to invest. The stock market, bro. The stock market. That's where you invest. If you don't got a grind, you don't have a business, you start with the stock market. You feel me? You can take some of that money, boom, put it in there. And look, somebody had hit me up in the DMs. I can't remember who it was, but they was asking about how did I find certain stocks. Like I invested in Advanced Micro Devices when it was at about $5, right? There's a company called AMD. They make graphic cards for graphic chips and stuff for computers. I bought them at $5. They're about $30 right now. And I think I bought about, I will have to pull it up to be exact, but I think I bought about 60 shares at $5. Not a lot. I wish I would have bought more. So, you know, do the math, right? That's how much my portfolio has appreciated since then. And that's not the only one that I had like that. And look, on the flip side, I bought a stock that was about $17. Applied, I think they're Applied Optometrics or something like that. That's the name of the company. I bought them at $17. That thing went up to $90, and then that shit crashed to about $18. You feel me? So it's gonna go both ways, but that's why you gotta diversify. You feel me? That's how you do it, man. Anybody looking to invest, let me tell you a great path. First of all, before I even say that, don't think how much money I got in the bank. Think net worth. You feel me? That's where you gotta graduate to. Think net worth. How much am I worth? And net worth is simply assets minus liabilities. All right? I ain't gonna get too deep into what all of that is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. Asset is something that will appreciate in value over time. Liability is something that will lose value over time. Liability is things like debt. You feel me? Car notes, car payments, things like that, right? Assets are stocks, real estate. You feel me? So assets minus liabilities, right? Think in terms of your net worth. If you got $10,000 in the bank, that's cool, which is good. But you might have $6,000 in debt. Most people don't think of it in terms of that, right? So always think about that. So look, and I forgot where I was going with what I was saying. But here's what I was going to say. You need to have two different types of accounts. Two must-have types of accounts, right? Now listen, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, okay? But I know I've heard from millionaires, people who have given me the game of what to do. As a matter of fact, at my old job, it was this old white guy. His name was Jack. It's funny, his name was Jack, right? And he told me, this is what you need to do. This dude showed me one of his accounts. He had like $600,000 invested just in McDonald's. I was like, damn, man, he's like 70-some years old. But anyway, this is what he said you need to do. And I'm telling you this. And from what I have found, it has worked for me so far. All right? Open up a stock portfolio. Okay? You get your stock portfolio. You start investing into stocks. Little by little, $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? Until you can put in bigger doses. After you get your stock portfolio, you open up a Vanguard account. The reason why you want to go with Vanguard is because Vanguard has the lowest expense ratios from any other type of Vanguard account. Now, what I mean by expense ratios is the fee that you're going to pay to open up the account and to have the account working for you. All right, I don't want to get too technical. I don't want to get too deep because I can get deep, right? But Vanguard has pretty low expense ratios for their funds. You get a Vanguard 500 index. That's what I got. All right. Now listen, you need $3,000 to get started in the Vanguard 500 index. The Vanguard 500 index, all it is an index that follows the biggest 500 500 biggest companies in the United States. And as they grow, you guess what happened? Your fund grows. Now, a lot of people are scared of the stock market, all right? And I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but I gotta spit this because I'm dropping knowledge right now, and I need y'all to pay attention. It might be going in one ear and out the other, but you're gonna come back and say, yo, I heard that before. Do what Jack was spitting. Over the past 100 years, overall, the stock market has been returning maybe somewhere from 7 to 10%, all right? So meaning, if you invested, I don't know, 100 years ago, and you got money now, you are 100% guaranteed to grow your money. That's how reliable the stock market is. Now, cryptocurrency is a whole nother subject. I kind of moved away a little bit from cryptocurrency. Main thing, stock market, all right? So, you get you a stock portfolio and a Vanguard 500 index fund. You need $3,000 in order to even get started. And $3,000 ain't a lot of money to get for a young homie. I had $3,000 when I was about 18 years old. I wish I would have known to invest when I was about 18. I'd be a monster. Bank account and stock portfolios would be looking crazy. You feel me? That's the strategy. And you do it over years, 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And look, you don't have to manually be checking on it. You can have it to where they automatically take $200, how much ever you want out of your account to put it in that 500 that index fund. All right. What's a stock portfolio? A stock portfolio is what they call your holdings of the stocks that you buy. So, for example, if you buy McDonald's, if you buy Burger King, or I don't not Burger King, let's say McDonald's, Walmart, and let's say I don't know, Intel, right? What holds your stocks is what they call a portfolio. All right? It's nothing that you can physically touch. Not all the time, right? Stocks is it's like air. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, to be honest with you. How is your crypto portfolio doing? 100 murders. My portfolio is non-existent at this point, and I'm going to keep it 100. Now, I might regret this in a couple of years or so, but right now, I took my money out of cryptocurrency because I saw that I thought about opportunity costs. You feel me? The money that I'm spending on investing into cryptocurrency could have been money that I was using to invest in stocks. You feel me? So your boy had to make a decision, and I saw that stocks were much more reliable. So I actually took my money out of cryptocurrency. What do you think about bonds? I don't think very much about bonds. The reason why? Because bonds are too safe for me. I'm a risk taker. I like stuff that's gonna go up and down like this. You feel me? They're like, yo, that's crazy. I'm a gambler almost. You feel me? I like risk. Rock's project in my school, Coop Education. I had a boss who invested in Bitcoin when it was mad cheap. He has a lot. He told me to invest in stock markets too, but not to be greedy. Well, look. That's what's up. I met a dude who invested in Bitcoin too when it was hella cheap. Somebody put him on to it. He invested in it and forgot about it, and came back to his account, and he had about $47,000 in his account. Can you imagine something like that? That's what's up. So, look, I ain't telling you to go 100% of your money into stock market, but I am telling you that if you want to build wealth over time and have your money work for you, you hear about all of this on YouTube about income streams and all that. This is one way that you can do an income, that you can build a passive income stream almost, all right? Let me spit something real quick. Since we on the subject of stocks, right? There are certain stocks that pay dividends, okay? A dividend is simply a payout to a shareholder from the company for simply owning a piece of stock. Now, what does that mean? That means, for example, I own some stock in CVS, right? CVS pays a 50-cent dividend. I got this damn cord in my hand. A 50-cent dividend. I think they pay out, I want to say 4 times a year, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 2 or 4 times. But let's say that this stock, CVS, pays a 50-cent dividend, for example, 4 times a year, right? Let's say I own one stock. Well, I would get $2 1 year, right? But if you own, I don't know, 100 CVS, well, you say 2 times 100, that's $200, right? So yeah, that will give you $200 a year. And then the more you invest in the dividends, typically they increase over time, which means that when CVS came to the stock market, they didn't start off with a 50-cent dividend. They might have started out at 17 cents. So who knows, in 10 years, your 50-cent dividend could turn into 60 cents to 65 cents. You know what I'm saying? Angel says, I'm working to buy my first investment property. That's what's up. That's what's up. What do I think about flipping homes, real estate? I say go for it. Learn as much as you can. I don't think there's anything that can hurt you about trying to invest your money. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So you go ahead and try to get that money invested as much as you can. Alright? So that's really what it is, man. Y'all need to look into that. Don't let that go. Don't miss your opportunity, brother. The best thing about the stock market is, or the most important asset that you have is your youth. You feel me? That's the most important asset that you have. If you're 21 and you start investing, bro, it's gonna be slow, and you're gonna be like, man, Jack, man, that was some bull, man. You sold me on this whole stock market. Then next thing you know, you're gonna have a day, and this happened to me plenty of times. I literally have woken up on days and made $600. My stock portfolio went up $600, and I'm like, damn, just $600. I ain't do nothing but wake up. I didn't put in any work to earn that. I ain't put in no sweat. You feel me? I just woke up and looked at the account. That's all I did. Imagine you doing that over time. You feel me? Now, your boy is actually getting ready to get in some heavy duty work here. So I'm gonna have to hit y'all up later, man. It's your boy Do It Jack. I'm finna go swipe this card and get some money in. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, You feel me? Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. All of y'all right now, follow me on Instagram right now, man, at What's Your Hustle 1, man. That's where I announce a lot of my live streams, bro. So all y'all be easy, man. It's your boy Do It Jack. Haters, y'all know what it is.